right, FloatHSFootball.com here with Adriel Rocha of the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Jaguars All-Prep Top 25 event for the 2024 high school football season. Adriel, another year of great success in the Jacksonville market. I mean, another 25 players honored. We've had some repeats from last year. So let's first talk about this team. What for y'all, was there any difficulty this year in terms of selection of the players because of the great athletes that are in this market?
Yeah, so I know we partner with Action News Jacks to assist with really making this all happen. I know they look heavily into the nominations, strength of schedule, stats, and all of that, and we try to make sure we reach out to our entire region when reviewing these top 25 athletes.
And when with the top 25 athletes this year, the Player of the Year, Timothy T.J. Cole II, out of Rain to led his team to the Class 3A state championship. Talk about what T.J. has been able to do this year because he's had a very impressive performance. I mean, not the result they wanted to get in Miami down at the state championship game, but overall, the overall body of work for him this year has been nothing short of impressive.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited for TJ. I've known TJ since he was in 8th grade, going into 9th grade. I know this was his first year at Rains. I know he still has one more year for his senior year. But just to see what he's able to do out there with the football is very impressive. He's a special athlete, ability to score with his feet or with his arm. So I was really excited to see him kind of take over. You can see that swagger, you can see that confidence as the season continued. So I'm really excited for him, and we're very excited for him to be our Whataburger Player of the Year. And
your Whataburger Player of the Year, you also have your Whataburger Coach of the Year, Marty Lee of First Coast High School, 27 years. We're kind of not sure, what he's going to decide to do yet. He might coach another couple years, but Marty Lee has had, a tremendous career in this. He's the Dean of Coaches in Northeast Florida. So talk about honoring Coach Lee, given the fact that, that one coach, 27 years at one school, it's an unheard of thing.
Yeah, no. I think on our end, we see this as Coach Marty Lee's final year. We wanted to celebrate his retirement with this Coach of the Year nomination. What better way to send someone off after 27 years at one high school with the Coach of the Year and this experience. So we were really excited to provide this for Marty Lee. He shared with us after week 11 that this would be his final year. So I think he might have that itch to coach, but he's already communicated, I think, to his community that this was his last year. So what better way to send him off than with that New Orleans trip?
Now, this year you kind of changed things up a little bit in terms of the way the recognition was done, but they give them the experience. Talk about the athletes getting what the experience here at EverBank Stadium.
Yeah, no, we wanted to make sure we had something a little bit different than what they're used to. We know they have banquets at their schools. We know the whole dress up and bring your families out to dinner piece is something exciting for them that their school puts on. But we wanted to have something a little different. We are focused on content and experience. So they get custom throwback jerseys, they get gear, they get a chance to interact with the current and former players. They visit certain areas of the stadium. So I think we make their experience a unique one and one that they'll remember for a long time.
And talk about some of the guest speakers that you had. You had a current player, Brian Thomas Jr., Paul Blazewski, former one of the legends of the Jaguars. Talk about these two guys, being able to bring them in, have them talk to the athletes, because each one brings their own process and brings their own thoughts to this.
Yeah. So on the football development side, my department oversees youth and high school football as well as legends, which is former players. So most of those kids want to play at the next level. So why not hear from somebody who's done it at every level, high school, college, and now in retirement with Paul Blazewski. And then we wanted to have that excitement factor with Brian Thomas Jr., a player that's contributed on the field immediately, that's only maybe 3 or 4 years older than a lot of these players that are on our all-prep top 25 team. So we feel like those connections were great for these players and some really good guest speakers for them to have.
I mean, now I believe this is the 3rd or 4th year now that y'all have done this. So, I mean, just talk about the growth of that in terms of with this in terms of in the prep football space, because I know that, the growth is it's continuing to grow as the sport grows in the state of Florida.
Yeah. Just to be able to have this, I think I took over youth and high school football during COVID in 2020. Our first Whataburger Player and Coach of the Year took place in 2021. We've continued to give them unique awards and trophies, experiences, and we feel like it's one that's recognized across all 32 NFL club markets, and it's a unique experience and one that I think all coaches in our market strive to receive.
And of course, the awards are the same artist that does the "My Cause, My Cleats," so that's pretty neat that that this has been a special award that over the last few years, not just in the prep football space, but flag football as well. They've gotten these cleats, and I think these coaches and these players, really take great pride in having that, something that's different than just the normal everyday average award that you put up a plaque up on the wall.
No, we wanted to have something different, like you said. We know these coaches get plaques and footballs and other things, but this custom cleat trophies is unlike anything else, and I'm sure it's a talking point in their office, on their shelves, something that their guests will see and want to ask questions about.
No, Adriel, thank you so much for your time here at the Jacksonville Jaguars, all prep top 25 team for the 2024 season here at EverBank Stadium. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.